YouTube, what it do? Yes, sir. It's your boy back, coming back at you again with some news. Bryce Young, former #1 overall pick, was benched. What, today or yesterday? We just got the news. A lot of conversation been circling around the sports world, NFL communities, and stuff like that. Different perspectives from different guys. I just want to, chime in and give mine. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, it's way too early, bro. It's way too early. Like, if you was going to do this, you shouldn't have played him his rookie year. But you had no other choice because it was like, who was you? You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, when you're the #1 overall pick, they expect you to play right away. But in this case, in Carolina's case, he wasn't supposed to do that. For the simple fact that they gave up so many picks, they gave up so much just to be able to jump. I forgot who was the team they had to jump. I mean, they had to jump Houston so that they can pick either Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, and they chose who they felt they wanted to go with. We can't look hindsight and be like, okay, CJ Stroud was better. We know that now. But at the time, they chose to go with Bryce Young. And his numbers hasn't been good, but what rookie numbers been good on a bad team? I'm talking about like a #1 overall pick going to the worst team in the NFL who actually came in and had instant success. I'm not talking about rookies that came in that wasn't expected to start, and so they got thrown into the fray and they succeeded because of the players around them. That's not Bryce Young's case, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to show you like certain plays that he had last week against the Chargers, and it's not too many. You did what I'm saying, that that you can take from like, okay, this is what they are dealing with in Carolina when it comes down to Bryce Young. When you go back and look at the tape, you could possibly see like, okay, he's not ready. Like he's trying to throw with anticipation. He's trying, like, but he's not. I just don't think they got the dogs around him to actually be able to do what he was doing at Alabama. You feel what I'm saying? So if you don't know, he won the AP Player of the Year. He won a national championship in Alabama. He had all this, so we know that he can play. But the thing is, which has always been a thing with quarterbacks that come from Alabama, is, are they really good, or is it just the team that Nick Saban has recruited? When you got all the best players, anybody can be a quarterback and look good. You feel what I'm saying? So, do the skill, do the way they play the position translate to the NFL? Now, he became the #1 overall pick, right? #1 overall pick. That means when you were the #1 overall pick in the NFL, and it's the same, I want to say, for the NBA as well. It's like you have high expectations, but you have a plethora of chances. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's like you can play early, but they'll give you, they'll give you that full 5-year rookie contract. They'll give you that, like, to be able to prove to them that you're the guy. You feel what I'm saying? So for them to bench him in his second year, after the second game, is diabolical. It's like you kill him. You kill his confidence as a quarterback. You kill his confidence in the locker room. Like, how do you even know if how do you even know if the team was even rocking with that decision though? Like, at the end of the day, like, you don't know if the team felt like this. Like, his teammates, like, okay, yeah, we know he in his second year. We didn't went through a whole training camp with him because you have 2 bad games. You gonna bench me, bro? That's crazy. Like, I had 2 bad games. We played the Chargers. We played they played the Saints. The Saints rocking and rolling right now. You gotta get them that. Chargers, they're a good team, but they not like top of the top right now, because they kind of got some issues. But they got some parts over there that's well put together. They're a better team than Carolina. Carolina's gonna go into every game being the least favorite out of every time they go in. So they probably gonna sneak in 1 or 2 wins. But you might as well let him play the whole season. You know what I'm saying? You're going to get some good time. You're going to get some good film. You're going to get some bad film. But to bench him, it's just crazy work. Now, it's one more thing that I had to say about this, and I'm going to go ahead and look it up. Okay, so on First Take, I didn't actually watch it. I haven't been watching First Take. I've been watching like independent shit on YouTube and shit like that. But like, this is why sometimes it's a give and take. It's an up and down when it comes down to like, we want to hear from players that actually played the game, and then I also want to hear like other perspectives of people that didn't play the game but that cover the game very, very well. Now, this take, I feel like it's just wrong. I gotta think and go back, like, how many years did they give Jamarcus Russell? I can't think off the top of my head, like, how many years did they give Jamarcus Russell to develop? You feel what I'm saying? Like, to actually develop, I just don't know. I just don't know. But it says Bryce Young has faced plenty of criticism over the nightmare start to his NFL career, but no one is more down on the Carolina Panthers quarterback than Stephen A. Smith. Now, we all know this is a bad team. This is a bad organization. This is just a badly run in totality. So to put all of this just on Bryce is just crazy work, bro. And it's not fair. It's not, bruh. It's not fair. You shouldn't have to. Why would you even? It's crazy. During Tuesday morning edition of First Take on ESPN, Smith discussed the decision the Panthers made this week to bench Bryce Young in favor of Andy Dalton. See, my thing is this: if y'all was going to do this, y'all should have went ahead and told the depth chart, like, okay, look, Bryce is not ready yet. We're going to put Andy in at the beginning of the season. We want Bryce to learn from, you know what I'm saying? That would have been more susceptible, because it's not really a benching, because you're making the decision before the season starts. So that means you actually seen something in training camp that's like, man, Bryce ain't up to speed where we need him to be, so he can be successful, so he can put out some good tape. You feel what I'm saying? So he could come in his third year and then we off and running. He didn't been under the system for a year. He knows, he didn't see how it's supposed to be run. Like, that shit matters. So it would be an understatement to say Smith believes it was the right move. The analyst rattled off the series of unflattering stats about Young before saying the former number 1 pick could be the biggest bust in NFL history. Like, stop, bro. Like, why are you already trying to put this label on him already, bruh? It's his second year in the league. It's his second year in the league on a team that's like that. Bro, you gotta think he's coming from Alabama, bro. He's not Peyton Manning going to the Colts. He's not John Elway going to the Broncos. Like, his stature is not like, he's a totally different type of quarterback than those guys that you're subconsciously comparing him to. You're thinking, oh, he's not Cam Newton. Like, he's not coming in the game 6'8", can run all around. That's not his game, bro. Like, those, like, when you got them type of quarterbacks that are just like physically gifted, or they like, yeah, true, because Peyton Manning had a cannon. Like, he was 6'6", whatever, you know what I'm saying? All those guys were really big in stature as in quarterbacks. Bryce Young is damn near 5'9", 5'10", barely touching 6 feet. So that means his timing has to be on point. His pocket pressing has to be on point. Like, he needs a lot of things around him to flow right for him to actually display his, you know what I'm saying, his game the way we seen it in Alabama. In Alabama, they had a great offensive line. They had a lot of weapons around him. He had the freedom to do what he needed to do. We seen him ball out on the biggest of stages in college football, in the SEC. So, like, ladies and gentlemen, Jamarcus Russell wasn't even that bad. So now you want to big up Jamarcus Russell to make your point that Bryce Young, that's diabolical work, though. And you know how I feel about Jamarcus Russell. Smith said this may be the biggest bust in NFL history. These are the kind of things that are starting to be brought up. The numbers have certainly been atrocious. Young went a combined 31 of 56 for 245 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions in Carolina's first 2 games this year. It's 2 games. Nobody expected them to come in here and be world beaters, bruh. Like, stop, bruh. Like, why are you trying to put this label and this narrative on him already, bruh? But you gotta also blame the Carolina organization, bruh. If I'm Bryce Young, I don't want to play for y'all no more. Cause y'all already know how this shit, like, I hate people that do that type of shit, bruh. Stop trying to make shit look like what it ain't. Stop, bruh. That shit is diabolical work. Stop trying to make things look like what it ain't, bruh. Yes, my numbers is bad, but this is a bad team. This is a bad organization, bruh. I can see if you put him, okay. That's okay. I see if you put him on New Orleans with the weapons around him. Olave, number 22. I'm forgetting your name. You got Kamara. That offensive line. You know what I'm saying? Let's put him on Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. You know what I'm saying? A nice little offensive line, run game. You stop, bruh. Like, why? Like, this is diabolical work, bruh. And people, and just because, like, it's just diabolical. If you compare the start of Young's career of that of Russell, a lot of key stats are comparable. Come on, bruh. Russell, who was also a number 1 overall pick, is widely viewed as the biggest draft bust of all time. He lasted just 3 seasons with Oakland. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. We in a different time. We in a different time, bruh. Sam Darnold had a full 5-year run with the Jets before they made their decision. Dak ain't really get his money until he had to go through 2 full franchise tags to get his shit. Like, what is we like talking? There's been plenty of quarterbacks that had to go through a full 5 years. You know what I'm saying? Just for them to make a decision. But you sit up there and bench him after 18 games? What is smart about that organizationally? What is smart about that? There is nothing that is smart about that. Your job is to make sure he gets through the season healthy and he has some good spots. You find out what he does well, because it's a new head coach, new offensive coordinator, correct? You find out what you have to. This is basically another rookie year, bruh. It's basically another rookie year. But the head coach knows that the general manager or whoever's in charge is quick to fire somebody, the head coach. So he's trying to save his job. You know what I'm saying? There's no development there for the quarterback. There isn't. So let's speak into the future. Let's say, okay, they have the number 1 pick in next year's draft. You think Shedeur Sanders and Deion Sanders rocking with y'all? Letting Shedeur go to that organization? Because we already done heard what he said. Like, if it ain't a place that he want his son to go, he ain't going. And right now, y'all organization look like diabolical work, nigga. If I go there, my career might be over. Y'all not gonna develop me to be the best quarterback I can be. Why would, I don't want to go to the Carolina Panthers. Ewers is coming out. Dart is coming out of the NFL, you know what I'm saying, declaring for the NFL draft. Like, that's like, what is y'all doing, bro? If you have the number, I heard somebody on the radio say it, and it's actually very, very smart. If they get the number 1 pick for next year, they need to trade it and get picks. They need to build an offensive line. They need a hell of an offensive line. They need to rebuild the receivers. You know what I'm saying? No, offensive line, defensive line. That needs to be the first thing they touch. Because you can't win nothing if you ain't got the right people up front in the trenches. Rebuild that and you still keep Bryce Young, he learns. But this is shit that you should have did from the beginning. This is shit that you should have did before the season started. This is when you know what I'm saying, you come together with your team and you have a plan for a certain player because he's your franchise. This says y'all don't know what y'all doing over there, bro. That's what it says. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. You're doing anything, making it seem like you're doing everything, but it's really nothing. Stop it, bro. It's diabolical work. Stephen A. Smith. Boy, you been waiting to get somebody this tag, huh? That's crazy. To say this person right here, bro, voted AP Player of the Year, could potentially be the biggest bust in the NFL is crazy, bro. And not because this is who he is. It's because we know that he can play the position. But it's like you're just excusing what the Carolina Panthers is as an organization. At some point, we got to start blaming the organization for the development of players. We just have to, bro. Like, you can't not do that. That matters. Tom Brady sat up there next to you on Fanatics and told you that to your face. There is no development of the quarterback. There is no development of players. But then you got the nerve to say, oh, he's going to be he potentially be the biggest bust of the end of NFL history, when he hasn't been developed correctly. Which they probably noticed that after the second game of this year and decided to bench him. But this is something they should have did at the beginning of the season. And we wouldn't even have looked at it this way. We would have looked at it as, oh, Bryce not ready yet. Not he's getting benched. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Bryce Young, keep your head up, my boy. Use this time to get better. Learn from others' mistakes. You know, actually take advantage of this time, bro. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Love, he sat on the bench for 3 years and came out. When he got his chance, he balled out. You feel me? Like, so you just got to make sure you learn the game mentally, the NFL game. Learn the NFL game mentally. You know what I'm saying? The speed of the game, you done been in there, you know what I'm saying? It'll come to you. And you know what I'm saying? Pray to God they get you up out Carolina and you go somewhere where they got an offensive line that can actually protect you so you can do what you do, my boy.